Hello there, so yes, you've guessed it right, we are in F1 2016. The game's been out for a few days now,
Welcome
and I just thought, yeah, shut up, that I would show you a bit of the game off.
Welcome to Melbourne, where the practice session is about to start for this
Okay, so here we are for the first race. I picked it. So we start in Melbourne as always.
To show their worth.
So same as last year's game, there is a commentary
Now then, Anthony
by the usual
a
lot.
lot of talk over the last few
And
weeks
well, it's kind of the same time again, so there's no real point listening to it. It's interesting to watch the visuals, but commentary is not particularly of particular interest. They would just repeat the same thing and it's just like blurb, so we're just going to skip it. And so here we are in the garage now.
Radio check seems good. Before we get started, I just want to tell you how much I'm looking forward to working with you. Your success is my success, so let's give it our all. If you need anything, just let me know.
Thank you, engineer. So we're just going to have a look at the quick setup. So I haven't played the game that much, but I've played it enough to have a bit of an idea what's going on. So I'm just going to use the setup I made earlier, which may or may not work.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand
Okay,
Prix
so I went ahead and just got on with ahead with qualifying because, practice, because I could not really be bothered. And I did have to change the traction control to medium. So I'll admit I did have to change it because I was just going around in circles. So, I showed myself, for sake of not making everyone completely crazy, then I shall actually do that. Now, looks like, from what I can see, that it is pissing it out in the rain, which is not very fun, because I hate driving in the rain. And it's not going to be fun times. Okay, driving in the rain. Go up. Need for a penny, for a pound, YOLO. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is wet. This is very, very wet. Oh, what good start. Off I go, straight away. Woo! Yeah, if you hear any rumbles in the background, which is steering wheel, the Logitech G27 is quite noisy. Well, I guess we didn't make it very far, did we? Okay, so let's go to the race now. Here we are, starting last position. Not ideal, but what expect is qualifying in the rain. That always seems to happen. I'm the worst in driving in the rain in this game. So let's get going. So I've got manual start to make things slightly more interesting. Hopefully we get a good start. Probably average, I expect. They haven't left us for dead, just a start, which is good. Made it through the first corner without clobbering anyone. Also good. So far so good. Same as previous games, yeah, it does seem to be slightly slow at times on the first corner when they've bunched up, which I'm going to be an opportunist and make as much progress to the fields as possible by using that. So hopefully we can actually make it to the end of the first lap. The damage model does seem to be much more sensitive. In the previous games you could smash things in much sort of violently and nothing much would actually happen to the car apart from the skidding stuff, whereas it does seem like now it's much more, you nudge even the smallest bit into someone and you lose half of the wing. Terrible corner, yeah. against, but it does mean that it's slightly, well, I guess it's more realistic in a way. I guess you have to actually pay attention a bit more where you're going, which is why I don't do half the time when I've got a McLaren inside my gearbox. So close, and yeah, that was my fault. That was entirely my fault. How did I not lose any places there? Teammate following me now. It's me versus my teammate. Battling it out for 12th position. Apologies to anyone in the comments who watch it or is watching this video who thinks I'm driving really badly or changing gears completely wrong time. I'm still getting used to it because I've always before used automatic gears. Whereas for this game I've decided to change things up and try and use as little assist as possible to try and better myself at these games, but so that it does mean that I think I've quite got the knack of some of these gears. So new screen, so we've got this screen in the bottom which is actually quite useful for changing the settings. You can actually change them on the fly, which is useful, but there we go on the track. But the best thing actually, well, one of the best things I find in this game so far is the new feature where you can, I don't actually know if it was again last year's game, because I will admit I didn't play that game because everyone said it was broken and not good and stuff, so I didn't actually ever play it or even buy the game. So apologies if it was actually in last year's game on PC. But by pressing this button, I didn't say anything. As I was saying, when you open the button which we can talk to engineer, you can actually just talk to him straight into the microphone. You can talk to him straight through the microphone. You don't actually have to press any other button, which means you can actually do much more just on the fly without actually having to press like a whole series of buttons like in previous games. I don't know, you couldn't actually, or in previous games where you couldn't at all, like, you know, you wanted to know where your teammate was, well, too bad, you just have to not know. Whereas in this game it does actually tell you, if you ask him, he'll tell me, I'll try it. Who am I racing?
Gap to car in front is, okay, our main competitors in this race are Grosjean and Kvyat, 1.1 seconds.
Yes, it does actually work, and actually I'm surprised actually. It does actually work. I haven't actually had it, I think quite actually, maybe once I think once I've actually had it not recognise my voice or actually just register something completely different. But yeah, it hasn't actually happened as much as I thought it happened, so thumbs up to Codemaster for actually making it possible. Nope, what's happening up ahead? The opportunity to overtake. That was basically probably a terrible idea. Not gonna complain though, because I'm right back on the back of my teammate. Shall we? Yes, we are. Oh. You son of a gun.
We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A? The front wing is in a really bad state. We need you back.
Did I lose all my front wing there? God damn it. Well, this was going a bit better before, but no, it's not. Well, we'll just wing it. That's terrible. We'll just try and see if we can actually make it to the end of the race with a ruined front wing. Probably faster than she's stopping. Actually quite annoying, but we're actually doing not too bad. We're in 12th position. 11th. Probably actually go too badly for the first race. Actually I haven't driven this car before. Well. Such is the way of racing games. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Missed the rulers, got overtaken by Manor, which is, well, very what is the word? Disappointing. No. And we lost both minutes.
Shame about the result, but I know you gave it everything.
That was a frustrating race, you could say, definitely. Quite close to being decent.
Great win then for the Maranello team today.
Decent position, but oh well. Contact with teammate. Just wait. Oh, hey, Raikkonen won. Yeah.
Well, I think the track
I do like
conditions
Raikkonen, by the way,
really
in case
suited their car
anyone.
today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you
dear.
keep them there,
And
the
Jolene
better
Palmer
your race
finished
tends to go.
last.
And
Pretty
that's exactly what
accurate
happened.
as well.
Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium.
Podium.
As the
I always
drivers
like
make
podiums.
their way out, there's a
Did
familiar
miss
red
them,
suit making
haven't
its way to the top step.
Always
Fantastic win
interesting
for
to
Ferrari.
watch. Even though the models of the actual players do not look quite right, they always look slightly dirt. I don't know how they managed to do it, because they spent so much time on it, they still haven't managed to get it right.
Table. Kimi Raikkonen
Oh well.
takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, I have
Well,
to give it to Kimi Raikkonen.
I guess on the positive side, we did
Consistency,
actually
good battle,
gain
sensible driving.
1, 2,
You can
about
be
6
pleased with that
positions,
performance
so
today.
And now let's take a look at the
it's not all bad, I guess.
standings.
TheNutStrikes pretty much
Ferrari
exactly
moved
the
to the
same
top of the
as
table. Well,
everything else. And that's the first race. So we'll be back for another race soon. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it and didn't despair too much of my driving.